everyone, I'm Witchy Geek, and welcome to a Tactlessly Truthful Tarot. And today I want to talk about something that I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while. I live in a very, conservative and just flat out, let's just state it plainly, prejudice state. My whole life I've lived in Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Arkansas, all of those places, and it's been very prejudiced. Right now I am living in basically, depending upon which way the river flows, I'm either living in Texas or I'm living in Oklahoma. It just depends on what the politicians want for that year, it looks like. So when you get into stuff like this, it's not going to be accepted. And so I've been trying to find and figure out, you know, card collections that are more conservative, more that'll pass muster if you want to read in public. And I have even, tried making my own cards. I even initially thought, these regular playing cards. So is it possible to take these regular playing cards and use them? Because, just like tarot cards, it goes ace and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So why can't I use regular playing cards for tarot? But tarot, one of the major differences between tarot and regular playing cards is that it has a knight. It has a page and a knight. Regular playing cards, don't have a page and a knight. They just have a jack and then they have a queen and a king. So that messes up the order right there. And they also don't have a major arcana or major arcana, or however you want to say that. I don't know if there's a proper way. So because of that, I decided to try making my own cards, but real life rears its head and stops me from having any free time. If I ever can, I will make my own cards. But in the meantime, thankfully, I have found some really wonderful cards that you should be able to read people's tarot cards in public, even in a Christian church, even with, I'm sorry, but conservative, uptight, Trump-supporting Republicans standing right next to you without any trouble. In fact, these cards are so wonderful. They're definitely good for your kids. And this is my tea box. It's an old tea box, and I just keep my cards in there. And I really love these cards. So I'm just going to show off just the individual boxes and what I got. And then the next videos, I'm going to go ahead and go into each individual box and the cards that are offered in each individual box and why I like them so much. But these cards, Chibi Tarot, I got this, believe it or not, I got this at Walmart. Walmart is selling this. So that gives me lots of hope that Walmart is selling this. Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma just recently became, they were a dry state. They did not allow alcohol. So this will probably even pass muster in places like Utah, which is still considering themselves a dry state. Like you have to go behind enemy lines sort of just to get alcohol there. Oklahoma just passed laws to allow the sale of alcohol in their grocery stores. So that's how uptight and conservative Oklahoma is. And these are the kind of places I've been living in. So Kittycorn, I really, really love Kittycorn. This is really cute. But yeah, up until recently, you couldn't even, at Walmart, you couldn't order. They didn't offer these things online. You figure online, they would offer them, but they didn't. This Kittycorn, I got this from Amazon. You can get this on Amazon. This Chibi Tarot, I don't know if you can get it on Amazon. I looked for it on Amazon and I couldn't find it. But I did find it on Walmart, the Walmart online website. Kittycorn, you can definitely get it on Amazon. And then there's this Kawaii. Here we go. I love this. This Kawaii Tarot. And I got this one from Amazon also. And I absolutely love it. None of these places are paying me. I have no affiliation with them at all. I got their cards because I liked them. They were cute. And I wanted to be able to read people's tarot in real life without being harassed and without any clients being harassed. If someone was going to if I was doing a tarot reading for someone in a library, even in a church, I did not want people walking by and telling me, you're going to hell, or even damning me to hell for doing a private tarot reading for someone you know, in a space that was at least out, out of the way and hopefully not disturbed by anyone. Because I don't want people coming over to my house. But I down here, a coffee shop, a library is treated like a church. You're not allowed to display anything, tarot. Um, in fact, it's so bad that there have been places down here, they actually, sorry about that, they actually had to create their own comic book stores just in order, back in the 80s and in the 90s, they had to have their own comic book stores just so that they could be able to enjoy comic books and stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, which is a quote, occult and evil game, unquote, Dungeons and Dragons. um Dungeons and Dragons is still hated today, and these, young boys, in the 90s, when I was a kid, they couldn't get their hands on it. They weren't allowed to get anywhere near it, and they had to go to specific places to acquire Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And there was Magic the card game, I there was some boys that I dated, and they were in the Magic the card game, and one of them was doing art for it and whatnot. But, well, I mean, he was doing art, and he was hoping to be an artist like that. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't into that stuff. I was never into Dungeons and Dragons. I was very much a big time hardline Christian back then myself, and I stayed away from it. But so I was wondering, tarot saved my life. It helped me a lot, and it has helped me immensely as of lately. And so I've been wondering, can I make my own cards? That hasn't been working out. Are there any cards on the market that are good for being able to warm people up to tarot, not frighten them away from it, show them the goodness of it, show them, the cleanness of it, show them, I don't know how else to put it, but the Christianity of it, the love of it, the kindness of it, and show them that tarot is good, it's clean, and it's morally upright, and it's not, deviant, it's not evil, it's not dirty, there's nothing negative or bad about it. And these cards should, at least for the time being, to do the trick, especially this Kawaii Tarot. I do have to warn you, this Kawaii Tarot, unless you know the cards very, very well, unless you have them well memorized, it's going to be very difficult to read them. So you have to have the cards already well memorized and stuck in your memory. So, but I've been studying tarot cards and astrology and whatnot since 2014 now. Really about 2015, 2016. So it's been a while. It's been a little while. So yeah, so that's it for these cards. And now I'm going to make an individual video over each of these decks and show you what I like about each of them. So definitely check these decks out, look them up, Google them, get them for yourself. I would strongly even suggest them for children. This one especially, this is really good for kids. It's not confusing, it's straightforward, and it's very clean. This is kind of like the middle of the road. This goes more closer to the Rider-Waite tarot decks. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not. I think it's Smith Rider-Waite or whatever it is. And this one, I don't know. I would suggest it for kids if you really don't like negative imagery at all, but it can also be very confusing because it just has very simple things, but it does have descriptions on each of the cards. It does give the actual name of what each card is, so that does help if you're actually trying to truly read it and not just playing with the cards. So anyway, yeah, go ahead, check these out. They're great for kids. They're great for if you're wanting to do readings in public and are afraid of the atmosphere, afraid of what is around you. It's really good for introducing anyone who's Christian to tarot, anyone who's very uptight, anyone who's been warned away from it. These are the decks to lead them to tell them about. And yeah, so see you in the next video, and thanks for stopping by. Bye.